BestBookBits.com presents 50 Words to Your Dreams, Chapter 41, Courage. Do you want to know how to manifest your dreams? Do you want to know the simple, straightforward, no bullshit path to take your dream out of your head into reality? This 50-chapter video series titled 50 Words to Your Dreams has the answers. Researched for over 10 years and compiled into video, written in audio format for easy consumption, this series will empower you with the know-how and tools you need to manifest your dreams into reality. Created by myself, Michael George Knight, the creator of the world's largest free book summary website, bestbookbits.com, this series is a wealth of knowledge condensed down into 50 bite-sized pieces. So without further ado, I bring you chapter 41 of 50 of the series 50 Words to Your Dreams, Courage. Courage is defined as the ability to do something that frightens us. We all can utilize the courage inside us, but the majority of times we don't. On the way to realizing your dreams in life, you will need to develop the muscle of courage through use, through faith, through persistence, through discipline, and through plain old hard work. Escape the life of the old and move into the new. Live your dreams and not your past. Leave behind the mediocre and live out your greatness. Courage doesn't grow by taking the safe and comfortable route. It grows by risking failure, rejection, criticism, and risk standing out from the crowd. Having the courage not to give up when it gets hard, pushing that extra bit, studying that a little more, doing what you're scared to do, making that call you need to make, seeing that person you need to see, having that chat you've been dreading, and the courage to try that one more time. To climb the mountain of personal success, you will meet with obstacles that will require courage to overcome. The success you are after requires courage. First, the courage to dream and believe it can be achieved, and the courage to act in spite of circumstances standing between you and your goal. Be courageous or live a life of victimhood. Courage to be yourself. With the world bombarding you constantly with the lives and lifestyles of other people, it is becoming harder to have the courage to be yourself. Having the awareness first that you are unique, you are different, like anyone else. Having the courage to live your life the way you want, fashioning the lifestyle you want to live, takes courage. Not conforming, not listening to others, and not being a carbon copy of social media and the likes takes courage. Be yourself authentically unique and realize the world needs more independent thinkers, doers, and creators. The world needs courageous people to change the old into the new, the false into the truth, the ugly into the beautiful, and leave a trail for those to walk a better path. If only I had the courage to. Can you imagine how many people go through life only to find themselves at the end period of their lives looking back with regrets and asking themselves, if only I had the courage to. The courage to dream bigger. The courage to go back and do things differently. The courage to live a life true to myself. The courage to walk away. The courage to stand up. The courage to speak up. The courage to seek help. And the courage to take action. Instead of waiting for your final years to look back and ask yourself the question, if only I had the courage to, ask yourself right now, if I live a long life and look back on my life, what will I regret most not doing? In other words, your biggest regrets in life will be not your failures, but the failure to even try. What do you have to lose when you choose courage over fear, action over inaction? Jim Rohn said it best, we must all suffer from one or two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is discipline weighs ounces, while regret weighs tons. Quotes on courage. A great part of courage is the courage of having done the thing before. A lot of people do not muster the courage to live their dreams because they are afraid to die. A warrior is not about perfection or victory or invulnerability. He is about absolute vulnerability. That is the only true courage. All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Change and growth comes down to one thing, the courage to act. Courage can't see around corners but goes around them anyway. Courage does not mean fearlessness. Fearlessness happens if you go on being courageous and more courageous. That is the ultimate experience of courage, fearlessness. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of a day, whispering, I will try again tomorrow. Courage doesn't mean you don't get afraid. Courage means you don't let fear stop you. Courage is a love affair with the unknown. Courage is a love affair with the unknown. Courage is almost a contradiction in terms. It means a strong desire to live, taking the form of readiness to die. Courage is an inner resolution to go forward despite obstacles. Courage is being scared to death but saddling up anyway. Courage is contagious. When a brave man takes a stand, the spines of others are often stiffened. Courage is doing what you're afraid to do. There can be no courage unless you're scared. Courage is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Courage is grace under pressure. Courage is more exhilarating than fear, and in the long run, it is easier. We don't have to become heroes overnight, just a step at a time, meeting each thing that comes up, seeing it as not as dreadful as it appeared, discovering we have the strength to stare it down. Courage is not limited to the battlefields or the Indianapolis 500 or bravely catching a thief in your house. The real test of courage are much more quieter. They are the inner test, like remaining faithful when nobody's looking, like enduring pain when the room is empty, like standing alone when you're misunderstood. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Courage is risking the known for the unknown, the familiar for the unfamiliar, the comfortable for the uncomfortable. Courage is simply the willingness to be afraid and act anyway. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Courage means to keep working in a relationship, to continue seeking solutions to difficult problems, and to stay focused during stressful periods. Courage must be a part of every man and woman who succeeds in any undertaking. Courage, a truly contagious person, is not someone that never feels fear, but who fears the right thing at the right time, in the right way. Forget safety. Live where you fear to live. Destroy your reputation. Be notorious. He is a man of courage who does not run away, but remains at his post and fights against the enemy. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. How few are there who have the courage enough to own their faults, or resolution enough to mend them? I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. If you could get up the courage to begin, you have the courage to succeed. In the beginning, there is not much difference between the coward and the courageous person. The only difference is the coward listens to his fears and follows them, and the courageous person puts them aside and goes ahead. The courageous person goes into the unknown in spite of all the fears. It is curious that the physical courage should be so common in the world, and moral courage so rare. It takes a lot of courage to release the familiar and seemingly secure, to embrace the new. But there is no real security in what is no longer meaningful. There is more security in the adventurous and exciting, for in movement there is life, and in change there is power. It takes as much courage to have tried and failed as it does to have tried and succeeded. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. Most of us have far more courage than we ever dreamed we possessed. Often the difference between a successful person and a failure is not one has better abilities or ideas, but the courage that one has to bet on one's ideas, to take a calculated risk, and to act. One man with courage makes a majority. People may hate you for being different and not living by society's standards, but deep down, they wish they had the courage to do the same. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Taking action on those things you fear is how you build courage. Courage is an exercise in action. It's not just a trait. Everyone has the ability to be courageous. You just have to take action. The desire for safety stands against every great and noble enterprise. The opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice, it is conformity. The paradox of courage is that a man must be a little careless of his life, even in order to keep it. The secret of happiness is freedom. The secret of freedom is courage. To look at something as though we have never seen it before requires great courage. We need to find the courage to say no to the things and people that are not serving us if we want to rediscover ourselves and live our lives with authenticity. What a new face courage puts on everything. What would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything? You can choose courage or you can choose comfort, but you cannot have both. You will find as you grow older that courage is the rarest of all qualities to be found in public life. And last, you will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. And that's a wrap on 50 Words to Your Dreams, Chapter 41, courage. Let me know your thoughts on chapter 41 in the comments below. If you need some accountability in your life, connect with me for a free coaching session at coaching@bestbookbits.com. For hundreds of video, written, and audio book summaries, check out our website, bestbookbits.com. Stay tuned for chapter 42 in the series, Motivation. Thanks for watching and listening. Hope you got something from this. Go out there and be courageous. Take care. Bye-bye now.